welcome back to the channel. It's me, Eric. If you're new, please subscribe. So on today's video, we're gonna end up replacing the bellows on this power steering rack for an Evo 10. And while we're at it, we might as well clean this thing up and make it look good because yeah, it's been sitting around for a little while and I need to replace some of the tie rod ends on it. So let's get into that. So this is what we are looking at, guys. That thing is destroyed. So we're going to want to replace that with a new one. And of course, I recommend using a OEM one from the dealership. Part number for it is right there if you need it. Definitely would recommend using OEM because you never know what you're going to get with some of these aftermarket ones that you get at like AutoZone or wherever, something like that. The other thing we're going to be adding are the Whiteline Tie Rod Ends. So these things usually come in a kit, but this thing already had one on it. The one that was on the driver's side over there was damaged, so I had to order this thing up from Whiteline, and we got it. So we'll end up putting these things back on, but we're gonna need to get this thing cleaned up. First thing I want to do is get a little compressed air and blow this thing off. I think there's some debris, dirt that's in here. I want to get that out first. Then we'll use a little degreaser on it and wash this thing up. So after going over this thing a few times, I was able to get it cleaned up a decent amount. So now we'll go ahead and try and get this bellow off. Alright, so now that we got the old boot off, or bellows, however you want to call it, I'm going to end up just sliding this new one on over that. So let's get into that. Guys, this is a pretty straightforward install. Nothing too crazy with it. But you know what? I don't mind making these videos because it's good to get back into this kind of stuff. You know, it's doesn't take 2 months to try and build something. You know, you just knock this out in one day, so it's cool. So all you gotta do is slide this on here, just like that, and get it made up. And there we go. Just try and wiggle this on to the body. There it is. Felt it slide right over the hump there. And it's got one of those little crimping type clamps on it. And if you check out a video that I have posted here, I was able to get this tool off Amazon, and you can use this thing to crimp that guy. But before we do that, this kit came with a brand new clamp, so we'll just end up clamping this right back on here. Slide this guy right over here. Actually, do it like it did. I'll end up putting this thing back on like I did how it came off. So slide it over like that. Pliers. Grab it like so. And bam. That's on there. So now this guy, I think I'll clamp it over here. It'll be much easier to get to with my little tool. And yeah, just take this guy right here, make sure it's seated on there good. And go, whoop. There we go. Make sure I got it seated and crimp. Boom. Done. I totally forgot to mention to you guys, before taking off that nut, make sure you mark it. There's enough rust on these tie rods that I could kind of tell where the nut was, but make sure you mark it. That way when you go to put the Whiteline tie rod ends on, you know where they're supposed to go because of the previous tie rods that you had. Let's get to putting these guys on the rack. pretty straightforward install, guys, but I enjoyed it. You know, getting back to these basics. It's actually kind of relaxing. So, hey, I made a little cinematic for you guys. Check it out. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I sure had a good time making it. You know, it was pretty chill. But yeah, you want to stick around, guys. I think in the next video, I'm going to be refreshing the Olins that I purchased. So you want to check that out. And if you're not already, make sure you subscribe and also hit that like button. Alright, till next time, guys.